They lost to South Oak Cliffs. Now, South Oak Cliffs gave Duncanville a run for their money. Like, I don't think, and they beat North Shore. I don't think Longview should be this penalized for that. I think they should be all the way, like, maybe not top 10, but at least above Atascocita, maybe below Atascocita. What's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. I got something new for you guys today. We're going over the top 25 for Texas high school football, and then we're going to go over some week 1 top 10 or some week 4 top 10 previews. So we're going to use this rankings by Texas Varsity Football. They have 50,000 followers. Pretty much everybody that's an athlete on varsity follows this account. Media people follow this account, photographers, even coaches, teams. So we're going to go with this one. I just feel like this is the best one to go with. I feel like they rank the best, and yeah. So at number 1, we got obviously North Crowley. Now, North Crowley has been scaring me recently, as I'm sure they have other people. I think I have them right here in this tab. You can see here, if you watched this game, it was pretty close. Lancaster only lost because of busted coverage on, I believe, 2 touchdowns. So it was pretty close. The officiating could be questioned. The first touchdown Lancaster scored got called back for offensive pass interference. I believe there were more offensive pass interferences that game. And yeah, there were a lot of players getting injured that game as well. So that did play a huge factor. But still, the DeSoto game, it was also pretty close at the beginning, but then North Crowley pulled away in the 4th quarter. Now the Geyer game, I actually thought they were for sure going to get upset. The DeSoto game, I was like, nah, they're not gonna lose to DeSoto. DeSoto just got blown out the week before by a Georgia team, an unranked Georgia team. They're not gonna lose to DeSoto. But the Geyer game, I was concerned for. Geyer isn't even ranked in the top 25 on any poll, I believe, and they almost pulled it off by a point. So I was a little concerned for that. I mean, they have a pretty decent schedule here. I don't think I'll pick against them this season at all. Maybe I'll pick against them in the Crowley and Mansfield game. I don't think maybe this one too, Mansfield Legacy. I don't think I'll ever pick against them for this one. Rockwall, though, I'm definitely picking North Crowley. I think Rockwall will give them a run for their money, though. So that could be a pending upset. I believe North Crowley should be ranked number 1, though. They're still undefeated. They're on a 19-game winning streak. They were last year's state champions. They're the only state champion for 6A, undefeated. At number 2, we got Duncanville, which I think is fair. Vandergrift lost, obviously. I don't even know if Vandergrift is in the top 25. They are. They're at number 18. But Vandergrift obviously lost, last year's state champions. Duncanville looks like a great squad. They scared me too, almost losing to South Oak Cliffs in their opener. But I'll give them a break because South Oak Cliffs played North Shore and Duncanville opened with South Oak, so I'll give them a break this week, and I'll see how they put out this week. But I think they're another team I don't think I'll ever pick against, even if they play a team like North Crowley again. South Lake Carroll, another good one, good team. I think they should be ranked that high. I did preseason rankings earlier this year. You can see these are my rankings for 6A, 5A. Not much controversy. I kind of inflated Liberty Hill down here on the 5A rankings. You can see down there. I probably could have ranked Aledo pretty high. Longview, I felt like should have been ranked where they're at right there. They're a pretty good squad. They had a really great squad last year. I decided to move that over for this year. DeSoto was a bit inflated, but I thought that was fair where I ranked them. But that was the preseason rankings. We're obviously talking about the week 3 rankings going on to week 4. We got Summer Creek after South Lake Carroll, and I think Summer Creek should actually be ranked above South Lake Carroll, to be honest. I think Summer Creek has a really great squad. They got some really big guys on the line. Really great squad. The numbers they put out, the offense, the running game, everything, it just looks great. Like Summer Creek, I feel like they can definitely make a run back to the state title this year. They do have a hard district. However, Atascocita's Carde Mack is hurt. He's still injured. He's out. I don't know how long that's going to be. They do play after this week, I believe, so We'll see how that turns out. That could definitely go into Summer Creek's favor, who leads the series right now. But even if they beat Carde Mac, they still got to go through North Shore, who is right now below them, but that could definitely change. We got Allen after that, which I think Allen is very much inflated as well. Granted, the scrimmage, they did put up a good fight against North Crowley. They only lost by 1 score. They held North Crowley like 14-7, I believe, was the score. If you were keeping score, you know, they don't keep scores in the scrimmage, so they don't really count. But they look definitely better than they did in the playoffs last year against North Crowley. We got Prosper at number 6, which I think Prosper should be ranked a little bit higher than that. I think they should be ranked above Allen for sure for the Westlake game. And they have a bunch of linemen. Again, really great linemen. Westlake kind of scares me, but we'll get there when we get there. Lake Travis at number 7, obviously. Lake Travis, they made it to the quarterfinals last year. They're undefeated. They have a brand new squad. I've seen them. I saw them earlier in the scrimmage. I recorded them. I wasn't allowed to post the footage due to the coaches not wanting their plays and all that stuff. This wasn't like a team versus a Waco team game. It was Lake Travis versus practice squad Lake Travis. So I wasn't allowed to post the footage. They looked small, but they looked good. They have a new quarterback, Luke McBride, replacing Chaston Ditta. After that, we got Ridge Point. I'm not going to say much about that. I agree with that ranking. We got Westlake at number 9, which I can't argue with. Westlake worried me going in to the season. I uploaded a video on the channel. If you watch Cedar Park versus Westlake, it took them 50 minutes in the scrimmage to score, which granted, again, it's a scrimmage. It's obviously going to, first day jitters, just like any first game. It took them a while, and once they got into rhythm, they were like just constantly scoring all the time. I believe if we were keeping count, the score was like 35-42 to 14 by the end of it. So it definitely took Westlake a while to get in their rhythm, which with Cedar Park, a 5A team, you can do that with. With other teams later on in the season, you can't do that with. They did have a very impressive win against Atascocita this week. Granted, again, Atascocita has Carde Mac, their star QB, out, but you play with the cards you're dealt, and Atascocita played with theirs. They lost. So we got North Shore down there, obviously, because North Shore lost to South Oak Cliffs, but they have been on the rebound. I don't know where they are over here. They might be right here. They've had a blowout game against Crowley, a shutout game against Crowley, and another shutout game against Westfield. And I believe they'll probably shut out Hummel. So I'm going to close the ones that I already predicted. So we predicted North Crowley shutout, or North Shore shutout. I believe this one will be close, but North Crowley will find a way to pull it off again. So there's that one. And we'll get into the other ones here in a second. We got Capel at number 11. I agree with that. We got Atascocita at number 12. I agree with that too. Again, lost to Westlake. They have an injured player. Maybe they'll bounce back if they beat North Shore, but only time will tell for that. We got Dripping Springs at 13, which I think is a little inflated. Granted, again, they beat the last year's state champions, Vandergrift, and I believe they have the same squad at Vandergrift that they had last year pretty much. They kept most of their starters. Most of them were juniors or sophomores. But I still feel like Dripping Springs is a little inflated. We'll find out. They have a very easy schedule. We'll find out when they play Lake Travis or Westlake in district play. The Woodlands, I agree. Steele also feels inflated to me. I uploaded a video of Steele versus S.A. Johnson, which I believe S.A. Johnson is right here at 22. I don't know if they play this year. I don't think they play this year. But I believe if Steele and S.A. Johnson did play, S.A. Johnson would defeat Steele. I saw the scrimmage. It's up on my channel. Again, it took Steele to get back into rhythm during that game. They scored within like 2 minutes towards the end of it, but it was all S.A. Johnson for most of that scrimmage. We got Trinity. I'll agree with that. There's not much to say about that. Brennan, again, also not much to say. Vandergrift for their bounce back win, and then Louisville, Waxahachie. Again, not much to say about those teams. Klein Collins, S.A. Johnson, which again, I feel like they should be ranked above Steele based on preseason. I think they should be like right here at number 15, at the number 15 spot. But whatever. Dickinson, Wiley East, and then the Pearland Panthers. And we got Longview. I know Longview lost. But they lost to South Oak Cliffs. Now, South Oak Cliffs gave Duncanville a run for their money. Like, I don't think, and they beat North Shore. I don't think Longview should be this penalized for that. I think they should be all the way, like, maybe not top 10, but at least above Atascocita, maybe below Atascocita. to be honest. I like Longview. I like the program. I like the way the coach coaches there. I like how they did DeSoto after DeSoto decided to practice in the rain last year in the playoff game. So yeah, I have massive respect for Longview in their program and everything. I definitely think they should be. I'm a little biased, as you can tell. I definitely think they should still be ranked in the top 25. And obviously, DeSoto you got at number 30 because they went 0-2 for the first 2 weeks. They got blown out to a Georgia team out of state, and then they lost again to North Crowley in the second game of the year. And obviously, you know, it's still DeSoto. They're going to be ranked in the top 30, but obviously you're not going to be in the top 25. So that's it for those rankings. Now let's get into some more predictions. So we got Duncanville 1-0 Duncanville. They play Waxahachie. I got Duncanville winning by 28 points against Waxahachie. And then afterwards they play Skyline. Not going to get into that this video, obviously. South Lake Carroll, they play Trinity. I got them winning by, I'll say 2 touchdowns, 14 points. I got South Lake Carroll winning by 14 points that game. And then we got Longview. Who do they play? We weren't supposed to go over them, but Ruston, I got Longview winning blowout fashion. Channelview, and this is Summer Creek. I got them winning in another shutout win like they did against Spring. That's going to be a interesting game. We got Allen over here. Blowout 42-7 is my guess for that one. Prosper Eagles. McKinney Boyd. I believe they blew them out last year. I don't know, but I believe they blew them out. I got them winning in a shutout fashion for that game, to be honest. Lake Travis against San Marcos. Again, I'm a little worried about Lake Travis. Well, you see they beat Walkwall up there. I forgot about that game completely, actually. I'm a little worried about Lake Travis, though. They have a lot of young guys, a lot of small guys. They're still a good team, but I don't know yet. I would have to see. I think the San Marcos game will be definitely telling. San Marcos is kind of that middle-of-the-road team. They're not trash. They're decent. They're not, able to play with the big dogs, but they can definitely compete. So that game will be definitely telling. Obviously, we get to the Westlake game on October 24th. We'll definitely see who comes out on top on that one. Wage Point versus Fort Bend. I got them winning blowout fashion shutout. And my Westlake chaps. I have a shirt for Westlake here in my house. They play Steele. They're hosting Steele this year. I believe it's their first home game. All their games they played at a neutral site or away. Last year was 41-17. I got them winning 42-7 this year. Like I said, Steele has not impressed me yet. I've seen Steele in the scrimmages. They do not look that impressive. I need to see more from them this week against Westlake, but we'll definitely see when they play. But yeah, if you guys agree with me on these rankings, let me. If you guys agree on my preseason rankings, let me know. If you guys disagree, let me know in the comments. Tell me how you feel. Tell me how you feel about this new style of video. I got more videos coming and everything. More videos like the Westlake video and documentaries and stuff like that. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time. We got volleyball coverage also coming. I wanted to get more into volleyball. Cover all the sports equally. But I'll see you guys next time. Take care.